Bhadram karnehi shrunuyama deva Bhadram pasya maksha virja jatra Sthirairangaye stuvastuvagum sastanuhi Vishima devahite yadayu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we hear with our ears what is auspicious. May we see with our eyes what is good. Tranquil in body and mind, may we spend our lifetime for liberation and for doing good to humanity. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. This morning our subject is Vivekananda's philosophy. There is a saying, only Shankara knew his philosophy. Only Vivekananda knew his philosophy. We only just try to get some glimpses of his life and philosophy through his life and through his message. What is philosophy? The word originated in Latin, philosophia. Philo means love. Sophia means wisdom. Love for wisdom, that is philosophy. The rational investigation of the truth and principles of being. Truth. We commonly use that word, truth, truth, truth. What is truth? Vedanta defines truth, trikalo abaditattvam nitattam. The thing which exists in the past, present and future, that is the truth. Could you find anything in this world? Nothing. There is nothing in this world you will see which existed in the past, at present, and now in the future. No. That is the truth, Brahman, the unchanging reality. There is a famous saying of Will Durant, the famous American philosopher and writer, truth will not make us rich, but it makes us free. Truth. We love truth. Our Upanishad says, Satyameva jayate nanritam. Truth alone triumphs, not untruth. You cannot live with a person who lies all the time. You cannot trust a person who is a liar, cheat. Truth is the basic things in human life. In Sanskrit, darshan, philosophy, is called darshan. Darshan means to see. Drish dhatu. Drishyati, drishyata, drishyanti, drishyashi, drishyata. That is the conjugation of verbs of drish dhatu. To see. Very interesting. Vedanta scripture defines Shrutibhyo, Shruti Vakyabhyo, Mantavyasya Upapattivihi, Matvaja Satadam Dheya, Ete Darshana Hetava. Darshan. You want to see? How to see? Vedanta tells us, Shrutibhyo, Shruti Vakyabhyo. Listen carefully, the Shruti, Upanishad, the mantras. Listen. We do not know how to listen. There are 6 ways to know, to learn, to listen. Shrutibho Shruti Vaikibho. Guru gave the mantra Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. Thou art that, I am Brahman. This is the Shruti, comes from the Upanishad. Shruti means the thing which you learn through hearing. So Guru says, you are Brahman. I don't feel that I am Brahman. I am a man, I am this and that. Then starts Mantavya. At that time we reflect. We reflect. Really I am Brahman. Guru says this and I am this. This is called, there are two obstacles. Asambhavana, Viparit Bhavana. Asambhavana, it is impossible. Second, other thoughts come, opposite things. I am such and such. First, it is impossible. Second, I am not that. So in this way, through reasoning, through mantavya, that is called reflection. Matvacha satatam dheya, after reflection, meditate. Ete darshanava, then you will see. Then you will see the truth. Very interesting way the Vedanta talks about the cause of vision. Through knowledge, there are two types of knowledge. Direct knowledge, indirect knowledge. I really intellectually know what God is, what Brahman is. I know the scripture. And my teacher also taught me. So I know everything about Vedanta, Brahma, Maya, is God, everything I know. That is called indirect knowledge. But I have no experience. Direct knowledge. The doctor says if you smoke, you will get cancer. Still we are smoke. Intellectually, I know it may give me cancer, but I cannot just stop it. See, this is the direct knowledge, indirect knowledge, how it works. Direct knowledge, pratyakha. Only pratyaksha, direct knowledge, can remove the doubt. Guru says, you are the Atman, but I think I am the body. I am the body. I do not know the Atman. But when you really experience the Atman, this body idea will disappear. There are two types of philosophy in India. Theistic philosophy and atheistic philosophy. Theistic philosophy means they believe in God, they believe in the Vedas, they believe in afterlife, all these things they believe. Or atheistic philosophy, they do not believe all these things. For example, Buddhism. Buddha, Jaina, they do not believe in God, they do not believe the Vedas, but they believe in afterlife. The Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Mimamsa, these Sankhya and Mimamsa, these two schools, they do not believe in God, but they believe in the Vedas. The Sankhya, Mimamsa, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Mimamsa. These three schools believe Atman, Brahman is Sat. It exists. But it is not conscious. Sankhya and Yoga school believe that Brahman is Sat and Chit, exists and conscious. Only Vedanta says Brahman is Sat, Chit, Ananda. Existence, consciousness, bliss, absolute. I am just trying to tell you the ideas about Brahman, Atman of different philosophical schools of India. Darshan. Philosophy means darshan. In Himalayas, when a monk greets another monk, do you know what do they say? Aapko darshan saaf hai? Do you see clearly? Do you see clearly? It means, what do you see? If you see two, variety, multiplicity, diversity, that means you have problem. What do you mean? Well, you are driving a car. You see two cars are coming. What does it mean? That means you have double vision. You have glaucoma or some other problems in your eyes, you must go to the doctor. Double vision. It is a disease. If you see two moons, what does it mean? You have double vision. That means you have disease. Vedanta says you are seeing diversity, multiplicity. We see trees, plants, cars, microphone, chair, carpet, room, house. We see so many things. Vedanta says because you have a disease. The name of the disease is ignorance, ajnana. Because it is dark, you do not see. But you know, their famous example is, there is a dark in that area, there is a rope. You are thinking, what is that? Is it a rope? Or a crack on the floor? Or a watermark on the floor? Or a garland on the floor? All these projections came on a rope. Snake, garland, crack, a garland. Watermark. All these projections are coming on that rope because it is dark. The moment you bring the light, you see the rope as a rope. You do not make a mistake. That Vedanta says that when you have the knowledge of the Atman, you see that same Brahman pervades in everything, in every being. That is called true vision, right vision, correct vision. That we are looking for. Very interesting. Vision, we are talking about see. Drishti Shakti, Sravan Shakti and Goti. Power of seeing, power of sight, power of hearing, and Goti, power of speech. These three things, animals are much, much higher than human beings. They are hearing, they are seeing, their movement much, much, much faster than human beings. So you cannot judge that way, the drishti. In what respect human beings are supreme? Buddhi vritti, chinta shakti. You have the power of discrimination and you have the power to think. These two faculties are in the control of human beings. With that power, they control the animal kingdom. They control the vegetable kingdom. They control everything. Power of intellect, power of the mind. This Vedanta, this philosophy develops those powers. As I sometimes say, we do not see the Atman, but the power of the Atman manifests in our body in three places. Jnana Shakti, Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Power of knowledge, which comes in the buddhi, intellect. Power of will power, which comes in the mind. And Kriya Shakti, power of action, it comes in the body and the senses. The same consciousness is manifest. We do not see the consciousness, but we see the manifestation of consciousness. We do not see the electricity, but we see the manifestation of electricity. That is the way it goes. A politician, a businessman, a doctor, an engineer, lawyer, teacher, everybody has his own philosophy. We can learn from each of them. Emerson, the famous American philosopher, said, "In every man there is something wherein I may learn of him, and in that I am a pupil." Everybody has his own philosophy. Even a child has his own philosophy. If somebody asks you, could you write your biography, autobiography? You will write so many things about yourself. Each person has his own philosophy, outlook towards the world, outlook towards my family, outlook to everything. We are all born philosophers. Swami Chetanananda discussed about religion and philosophy. Some people get confused. What is religion? What is philosophy? In the West, especially since the beginning of the modern era, philosophy has been divorced from religion. The result seems to have been disastrous for both. But Hindu thinkers have always maintained a close alliance between the two. The one is incomplete without the other. The goal of philosophy may be truth, and the goal of religion, God. But in final experience, God and truth are one and the same reality. Religion insists on faith. Philosophy emphasizes reason. Religion without philosophy tends to become dogmatic, superstitious, and jejune. Philosophy without religion degenerates into inane and dry intellectualism. Reason moves in a circle, creates doubt, and never arrives at finality. It may indicate the possibility, nay the probability of an ultimate reality. But if not animated by faith, it makes its user an agnostic. He was talking about the religion. You know, how do I look at it, philosophy? Philosophy is just like the plan of the house. And religion is the house. Philosophy is just like a recipe of the book. Religion is the food. The theoretical and the practical aspect, philosophy and religion. Anyhow, just as to give you a little idea that how we think about religion and philosophy. Philosophy is a hypothetical interpretation of the unknown or of the inexactly known, as in the ethics and political philosophy. It is the front trench in the seas of truth. Origin of philosophy. Do you know how philosophy originated? It originated from the wonder. We saw this vast mountain, vast forest, vast ocean, vast sky, sun, moon, rotates. What is this? What is this, what I see every day? Well, behind this there must be a creator. Every created thing has a creator. Who is that creator? They began to search. Life. What happens after death? They began to search. As I always say, the 2 pages of the book of life are missing. We do not know where we come from. We do not know where shall we go. Philosophy, religion helps us to bring back those two missing pages. So first, religion started from wonder. Second, the religion started from doubt. Doubt. The first one started in Greece, Greek philosophy. Doubt is Bacon and Descartes. Descartes says his philosophy is cogito ergo sum, which is Latin words. I think so I am. Do you know what that means? He was doubting everything. But at last, finally, he found, I cannot doubt myself. Nobody can doubt himself or herself. If you think I do not exist, that means you have mental problem, go to the lunatic asylum. Do you believe that you do not exist? Nobody. That he said. Swami Vivekananda, the next one is, philosophy originated from utility, James and Dewey. Philosophy originated from the love of wisdom, Socrates. Philosophy originated from suffering. Buddhistic philosophy, Sankhya philosophy, originated from suffering. In the Sankhya Karika, Ishwar Krishna defined, very beginning, Dukkha vighata jigyasa tadavghata kehetu drishyesa partha chet naikatyantato bhavat. Being tormented by three kinds of sufferings, human beings raise this question. How can I stop it? How can I stop suffering? That is the philosophy. That is the way their philosophy was based. Stop suffering. Says, well, you are suffering, why? I am hunger. Eat it. But again hunger comes. Eat it again. Hunger comes, unending. Atyantiko bhava. But we must know something that suffering will not come back again. That is called mukti, liberation, according to Sankhya and Buddhistic philosophy. Swami Vivekananda was a Vedanta monk, so he practiced and preached Vedanta philosophy. He was a mystic and experienced the ultimate reality in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Before he came to Sri Ramakrishna, he was a Brahmo. He was not a Hindu. He did not care for Hindu religion. He did not believe God with form. He did not believe avatar. He did not believe in guru. He did not believe in non-dualism, Advaita. He did not believe in afterlife, Punarjanmavad. He did not believe all these things, especially Advaitavad. That he preached all over the world. Non-dualism. Advaita Vedanta. Not only that, he ridiculed, criticized Sri Ramakrishna. God Brahma, Bhaji Brahma, your pots and pans all are Brahma. Ludicrous. It is stupidity. The sages of the Upanishads are lunatics. Sri Ramakrishna, my boy, don't go so far. Stop. Sri Ramakrishna stopped him. Don't criticize. First see. Then Sri Ramakrishna touched him. Thus, he was intoxicated, went home and saw his mother consciousness. Mother was serving rice, food to him, consciousness. He went to the street, saw the street car was coming, consciousness. He bumped his head on the railing wall of Hedua, Azadind Bagh, consciousness. Then he understood that non-dualism, that pure consciousness pervades everything. That is the truth. In the college, he studied Western philosophy, of course. He was well versed. Later, when he came to America, it was in December 1894, Brooklyn Ethical Association, Swamiji gave a talk. And there he mentioned, I have a message to the West, as Buddha had a message to the East. What was that message? Vedanta. Vedanta was the message. Professor William James, a famous American philosopher, wrote in Pragmatism, to interpret absolute monism worthily, be a mystic. The paragon of all monastic systems is the Vedanta philosophy of Hinduism, Hindustan. And the paragon Vedanta missionaries was the late Swami Vivekananda, who visited our land some years ago. He was a very, very famous. His book, Experience with the Truth, what is called pragmatic philosophy, that he wrote. It is not easy to understand Vivekananda's philosophy. You will have to, Vedanta philosophy. You will have to comprehend first sadhana chatushtaya. Many people come to know Vedanta, but you should have some background. What kind of background do you need? First, Adau Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka. First, you will have to learn how to discriminate between the real and real. Second, Iha Mutra Phalovoga Virago. You must have tremendous dispassion, detachment for this world. Third, Samadhamadi Shatka Sampatti. You must have 6 disciplines, treasures. Fourth, Mumukshuttam, burning desire for liberation. Then you are a student of Vedanta. I remember Swami Sarvagyananda told me that he asked Sister Christine, Swami Vivekananda's American disciple, you American people, how do you understand Vedanta? You have not read Upanishad, Gita, Brahma Sutra. You have not read Shankara's commentary. How do you understand Vedanta? She says, Swami, do you know who taught us Vedanta? Swamiji. Swamiji lifted our minds to the higher plane of consciousness and taught us Vedanta. We perfectly understood what Vedanta is. We will not have to read all of your stuff. What a great answer she gave. Swamiji had that power. If you read his Jnana Yoga lectures, you will understand what he is talking about. K.M. Panikar said, Swami Vivekananda is the new Shankaracharya in this age. I remember in 1963, Swami Vivekananda's centenary time, I was very much involved with publication. Dr. Satish Chandra Chatterjee, head of the Department of Philosophy of Calcutta University, wrote Swami Vivekananda Neo-Vedantism, which is a very controversial subject. New Vedanta. Bas, there is a uproar, people started to talk about it. New, what is new? Do you know what is new? There are 2 interpretations of new. One is Navajato. A Shishu is just born, new child. That way we use the word new. It is new, completely new. It is a new car. I just got from the factory, new. Another interpretation of new, perhaps your car was banged, you had an accident, and going to a dealer, he remodeled it, remove the broken part, put a new part there, and then you say, my car is now new. Now new. I mean, it was new, but it was refurbished, and it is done well. So, this ancient Vedanta, Ramakrishna Vivekananda, gave a new shape that I was going to tell you. They turned this ancient Vedanta, they kept it as it is and added something more. That is also new. Suppose your car did not have any air condition, and now you wanted an air condition, so you added. That kind of thing Ramakrishna Vivekananda did. Swamiji says, Ramakrishna Vedamurti is the embodiment of the Vedas. We shall not touch it as it is. But we see what he added. He himself said, Amar darshan Vedanta ke chhadiye geche. My spiritual experience has surpassed the Vedas and Vedanta. Sri Ramakrishna said. I wrote elaborately about it in the See God with Open Eyes. In the chapter that Ramakrishna Shastra, Ramakrishna Scripture, there I mentioned that how Sri Ramakrishna surpassed the ancient scriptures of India. His life and message are the new scriptures. Shankara, Vedanta we follow, Advaitavad. Very simple, Shankara's philosophy. Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mitha, Jiva, Brahmaiva, Napara. That is the whole Vedanta philosophy he told in half a verse. Shulakardhina Prabhakshami Jaduktam Guntha Kochivi, Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mitha, Jiva, Brahmaiva, Napara. Brahma Satya, truth. Brahman is the reality. Jagat Mitha, the world is not unreal, is unreal. Jiva, Brahmaiva, human beings are Brahman. Napara, none, that is the truth. Jagat Mitha. That word sometimes I explain few times. There are two words please watch. Asat, Mitha. Asat means does not exist. Mitha means false, illusion. Asat means the thing does not exist and you do not see. Example, Bandhaputra, son of a barren woman. It does not exist, we do not see. Mitha, mirage. It does not exist, but we see. Example, mirage. When the sun reflects on the sand, we see there must be some water. But there is no water. If it is a shell on the seashore, reflects, you think that is silver. It is not silver. But you see, but it is not right. It is not there. That is called mitha. So the world you see is mitha. It has, you can see it, but it is not real. That one is very difficult. Such is the reason in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there is a two words that there. Satyasa Satyam. It is the truth of the truth. Do you know what that means? Your stomach ache is true. Your headache is true. But not absolutely true. Relative truth, absolute truth. Please watch these words. Absolute, relative. In the relative standpoint, this world is real. My hunger is real, my headache is real. But not in absolute way. Absolute relative. That is a very tricky part. Some Shankara's opponents were various schools of India. Shankara refuted 79 schools of thoughts. and established a non-dualistic Vedanta philosophy, Advaita Vedanta. And Swami Vivekananda's opponent was Western science, psychology, sociology. The West is proud of science. It is amazing how Swami Vivekananda synthesized science and religion. I shall read a little passage to you. Religion deals with the truths of the metaphysical world, just as chemistry and the other natural sciences deal with the truths of the physical world. The book one must read to learn chemistry is the book of nature. The book from which to learn religion is your own mind and heart. The sage is often ignorant of physical science because he reads the wrong book, the book within. And the scientist is too often ignorant of religion because he too reads the wrong book, the book without. Very clear. If you want to be a chemist, you will have to go to the lab, mix all the chemicals and do research. But if you want to realize God, the chemistry lab will not help you. You will have to go to a holy person, take mantra, meditate, close your eyes, see God within. It is all different. That is a physical science, this is the spiritual science. Our Swami Nirvadananda, a great Swami, his friends, classmates were Gyan Ghosh, Meghnad Shah, famous scientists in India. So they are talking together in Belghoria students' home. One of his scientist friends says, you know, in religion, why you close your eyes, Lord knows what you are doing. But look at my science. I can demonstrate everything in my lab. The monk friend Nirvadananda says, I don't think so. There is a farmer who is tilling the grounds. Can you teach him latest development of radiophysics? Right now? He said, no, but you know, I can take him and train him, give him education, and gradually he will learn. Same thing to us. You give up your lab and come and stay in the monastery, and I shall teach you how to meditate and how to see God within. As you need to train that man, we need to train you to understand our philosophy. Very, very rational answer. According to Shankara, Brahman is real and Maya is unreal. Sri Ramakrishna pointed out, Brahma and Shakti, you cannot separate. Milk and whiteness, you cannot separate. Fire and is burning to, it is power to burn, you cannot separate. The Brahma, consciousness, and Shakti, manifestation of consciousness, are always together. So the Shakti, I call it Kali, and Brahman and Kali are same. That's Sri Ramakrishna was talking to these people. You are only Brahman and you are denying Maya. You cannot deny Maya. Denying Brahma Shakti, you are denying Shakti. Do you know what you were thinking? You were thinking the essential part of the bell, fruit. But I see the whole bell, the shell, the pulp, and the seed, everything together, I see the whole thing. I should take the whole thing, and you are taking the only essence. And you're rejecting the thing. Without your essence will not grow without the shell and the seed. Very rational answer. Shankara is very, very particular. Gyanat moksha. Liberation is possible only through knowledge. Sri Ramakrishna said, no, path of devotion also can bring liberation. Anyhow, let us now start with Vivekananda's interpretation of Brahman. You see, if you want to formulate any kind of philosophy, do you know what you are supposed to discuss? What is Brahman, ultimate reality? What is God? What is Maya? What is Jiva, individual soul? What is this world? What is bondage? What is liberation? What is afterlife? What is liberation? Mukti. These things you will have clear idea if you want to know Vivekananda's philosophy. Brahman. I can interpret, but I shall reach sometimes to make you understand. I get the direct words of Swamiji, what he is talking about. First is Brahman. The Brahman, the God of the Vedanta, has nothing outside of himself. Nothing at all. All in is he. He is the omni-universe. He is the universe himself. Then he quoted, Tam Stri, Tam Manushi, Tam Kumara, Utuba Kumari. You are the man, you are the woman, you are the young, you are the young woman, you are the old man tottering on the street. This Brahman has become manifested in everything, in every being. Jnani regarding the short aspect of Brahman only, and the devotee emphasized the bliss aspect of Brahman. Hey, this thing is very confusing sometimes. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Existence, consciousness, bliss. Are they separate? Are they different? Are they qualities of Brahman or not? They are not qualities. They are the essence of Brahman. It is consciousness which is bringing together the existence and bliss. How it works? Very interesting. It is through consciousness that both being and happiness are known. Thus, consciousness acts as the link between being and happiness. If there is one infinite being, it must be of the nature of infinite consciousness. Therefore, Vedanta describes the ultimate reality is Satchidananda. Do you know what is the problem? If I know consciousness, consciousness is most important thing. I know my existence, then existence will be an object. I know bliss, then bliss will be an object. Do you know object means? Object means the thing is created. The thing is created is subject to destruction. That is the logic. Whatever you think has been created in this world is subject to destruction. No exception in this rule. This body was created, it will be destroyed. This is created, it will be destroyed one day. That is the rule. So, Brahman is uncreated. And the Jeev Jagat, this universe, and the beings are created. It is very, very interesting to understand, you know, this Brahman. Brahman is one, but at the same time appearing to us as many, or the relative, on the relative plane. Name and form are the root of the relativity. I told you many times when I explain Vedanta, I show my 5 fingers. Existence, knowledge, bliss, that is God, Brahman. Nama, Rupa, that is Maya. Chetanananda has a name, has a form. The name and form evolve and dissolve. How? Ocean. In the ocean of Satchidananda, existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute. Billions of waves are rising and falling. Rising, you are a wave, I am a wave. Each one of us is a wave in the ocean. And we are evolving, dissolving, evolving, dissolving. That is going on. Without ocean, we have no existence. That ocean is Brahman. The waves are all the individual beings. So we are always connected with God, but we are unaware of it. That is our problem. That problem is ego. Ego brings divorce. I and mine, always remember those two words. They are the warp and woof of Maya. We are all trapped by I, my. Day and night we are doing I and my. When I and my die, we are illumined. Brahman. Next is Jagat. Vedanta does not denounce the world, deify it, and not annihilation. This world is also the body of God. Swamiji gave a lecture in Jnana Yoga, God in everything. In the beginning, he talked about Ishavaisamidam sarvam jat kincha jagatyam jagat tena tiktena bhunjitha magridha kushasi dhanam. Isha, cover everything with God's consciousness. Whatever we see, the moving and the unmoving, cover everything with God's consciousness. Tena tektena bhunjitha. Enjoy this thing through renunciation. Magrida kushasi dhanam. Do not covet others' things. That Swamiji gave a beautiful lecture. Some people think renounce means I have to renounce my wife, my children. But shame. No. Think God in them. That's what Swamiji said. You don't have to renounce your wife and children. Read that lecture. God in everything. Jagat. This world is really a playground. This is a beautiful place. There is a saying in our language, naste na janle uchone dosh. If you do not know how to dance, you blame the stage, correct? Do not blame. Dance well. That Vedanta teaches. Dance on this world. Have fun, joy. You have come to this world to enjoy bliss, not suffering, not pain. Learn how to do it. That is the goal of Vedanta philosophy, Jivan Mukti. Liberation while living in this world. You will float in bliss. But we are always miserable. Why? Attachment. World. Swamiji gave another example. Absolute, here is the world. In the middle, Naam, Roop, Desh, Kal, Patra, space, time and causality. Maya is nothing, please understand Maya, we are going to explain. Space, time and causality. Space. We understand the space. We understand time. Causality, karya karana sambandha. Cause and effect. Every effect must have a cause. This body is the effect. What is the cause? My desire to be a man or to be a monk. This whole world is nothing but cause and effect. You are miserable. Why? There must be a cause. You are healthy. Why? Because there must be a cause. Everything you find, what happens in your life, there must be a cause. Your misery has a cause. Your happiness has a cause. Find out. That Upanishad, that philosophy teaches us. Find out. Find out. Next, they say, Brahman, Jagat. Then Atma. Otati Bapnoti iti Atma, the thing which pervades everything, that is the Atman. In this Atman, I always say that this individual consciousness, yes. The background of the reality of everyone is that eternal, ever blessed, ever pure and ever perfect one. It is the Atman, the soul, in the saint and the sinner, in the happy and the miserable, in the beautiful and the ugly, in men and in animals. It is the same throughout. It is the shining one. Here I stand, and if I shut my eyes and try to conceive my existence, I, what is the idea before me? The idea of a body. Am I then nothing but a combination of material substances? The Vedas declare, no, I am the spirit living in a body. I am not the body. The body will die, but I shall not die. Here am I in this body. It will fall, but I shall go on living. Indestructibility of the soul. You do not say, I am the body. You say, my body, my car, my home. You say possessive. We use the possessive word. Atman. The Atman is not to be reached by too much talking, nor is to be reached by the power of the intellect, nor by much study of the scriptures. Do you know what does it say? De-hypnotize yourself. That is the Vedantic word. Adharopa apapada. Ignorance covers yourself. Now remove this ignorance layer after layer. That is the way Vedantic way says. Superimposition, de-superimposition, de-hypnotization. We are all hypnotized by Maya. I am a man, I am a woman, I am learned, I am illiterate, I am rich, I am poor. All these things are superimposition on the soul, on the Atman. Swamiji told in one lecture, Madam, it is a big mistake that you are thinking you are an American and you are a woman. You are the Atman. A Atma, Upanishad says, I am Atma Brahma. This Atman is Brahman. This room consciousness, this chapel consciousness, then a vast cosmic consciousness, all are one. But we say that is library space, kitchen space, bathroom space, hall space, bathroom, bedroom space. We divide the spaces here. But actually space is one. So consciousness is one. It's indivisible. You cannot divide it. So this, your consciousness, my consciousness, all these billions of people consciousness and cosmic consciousness are the same. That Vedanta says. Next is Ishvara, God. Brahma, God. Whatever may be the position of philosophy, whatever may be the position of metaphysics, so long as there is such a thing of death in the world, so long as there is such a thing as weakness in the human heart, so long as there is a cry going out of the heart of man in this very weakness, there shall be a faith in God. The concept of God is a fundamental element of a human constitution. In the Vedanta, Satchidananda is the highest concept of God possible in the mind. Then he says that Yato bhavi mani bhutani jayante, from where the whole creation evolves, where it stays, where it merges, that is God, that is Brahman. After so much austerity, I understood this as the real truth. God is present in every jiva, individual being. There is no other God besides that. Who serves jiva, individual soul, serves God indeed. Man is an infinite circle whose circumference is nowhere, but the center is located on one spot. And God is an infinite circle, whose circumference is nowhere, but whose center is everywhere. That is a beautiful definition of God. Today, God is abandoned by the world because he does not seem to be doing enough for the world. So they say, of what God is he? Shall we look upon God as a mere municipal authority? I remember some years ago I wrote an article. Hey, do you know one American writer wrote, we need a new God. That God is old and junk, which is no good. He is not working nowadays. We'll have to replace. We'll have to replace a God. Just to replace a car, Funny. Jiva. Man, real God. Human body is the greatest body in the universe, and a human being the greatest being. Man is higher than animals, than angels. None is greater than man. Even the devas, gods, will have to come again and attain perfection through human body. Man alone attains to perfection, not even the devas. Then he says, man, after his vain search after various gods outside himself, completes the circle and comes back to the point from which he started, the human soul, and he finds that the God whom he was searching in hill and dale, whom he was seeking in every brook, in every temple, in churches and heavens, and God whom he was imagining as sitting in heaven and ruling the world, is his own self. I am he, and he is I. None but I was God, and this little I never existed. The living God is within you, and you are building churches and temples and believing all sorts of imaginary nonsense. The only God to worship is the human soul in the human body. That is a new strange of Vivekananda. That is, you see, other philosophies are says, be liberated, have your own liberation and go. But Vivekananda says, no, after you attain liberation, help others to be liberated. That is something Swamiji emphasized. It is something like Bodhisattva ideal. I have enjoyed the mango, I must share with you. That is Ramakrishna's philosophy. Don't eat selfishly by yourself. Share with others. That is the change of then mukti, liberation. There is to be found in every religion. Man has freedom already, but he will have to discover it. He has it, but every moment he forgets it. The discovering, consciously or unconsciously, is the whole life of everyone. Do you know what? I shall not go far details. Do you know what he is talking about? It is called Sharajya Siddhi. Regain your lost empire. Here is a lady who wants to go to the party. She is searching her necklace. Where is my necklace? Where is my necklace? Searching around. Then her friend was waiting outside. Hey, why are you so late? Well, I am searching my necklace, otherwise I cannot go to the party. Necklace? Yes. Then she looked. Hey, it is inside your blouse, I see there is a necklace. Then she put the thing, because she forgot. Her turtleneck sweater was covered it. So she took it out and said, hey, here I find my necklace. That is called Sharajya Siddhi. You are already free, but you are thinking that you are bound. Sharajya Siddhi. Mukti, liberation, is the goal. All religions, all philosophy will tell us. Freedom. He who thinks himself free, free he becomes. He who thinks himself bound, bound he remains. This popular saying, as one thinks, so one becomes, is true. He alone, who is always awake to the idea of freedom, becomes free. He who thinks he is bound endures life after life in the state of bondage. Swamiji, when he pounded on 19 September 1893 at the Parliament of Religions, he attacked the doctrine of original sin of Christianity. Sin, you see, it is very much inside of the Christianity. I am a sinner. Sin, it is a sin to call a man so. It is a standing libel on human nature. We call you the children of immortal bliss. We, Swamiji, awaken this consciousness of the Atman, pure consciousness. The Atma apahato papma, bijaro bimrityu vishoka. This Atma is free from sin, free from disease, death, old age, death, everything. You are the Atman. That Swamiji awakened that consciousness in the West and the East. Swamiji reconciled all kinds of philosophy. In Madras, when he was lecturing, he says dualism, non-dualism, qualified non-dualism, qualified non-dualism, and Advaitism. They are not contradictory, they are complementary. Look how Swamiji added in the Vedantic, the philosophical system in India. They fight. Shankara, Ramanuja, Madhva, and other schools, they fight with each other. Do not fight. You take the picture of the rising sun, midday sun, setting sun. All pictures will be different, but you are taking the picture of the same sun. So all these schools are not contradictory, they are complementary. They are viewing the truth from different angles, that's all. Then somebody asked in Madras, nobody has ever said that, because he was waiting for me, Swamiji said. It was waiting for me. Swamiji reconciled. Sri Ramakrishna brought synthesis of religions, synthesis of faith, synthesis of different philosophical schools, synthesis of 4 yogas. That is unique in Vivekananda Ramakrishna's philosophy. Thank you. Matma me shuddhantam jyotiraham viraja vipapma bhuyasam. Antaratma me shuddhantam jyotiraham viraja vipapma bhuyasam. Paramatma me shuddhantam jyotiraham viraja vipapma bhuyasam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May my body become pure. May I be free from impurities and ignorance. May I realize myself as the light divine. May my mind become pure. May I be free from impurities and ignorance. May I realize myself as the light divine. May my soul become pure. May I be free from impurities and ignorance. May I realize myself as the light divine. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto all.